This person is dreaming about you a lot. They're thinking about you a lot, about all the possibilities. They actually really want to be stable and present in your life because they see almost something unexplainable connection here. It might be with High Priestess to the Ten of Cups. They're feeling like you've known each other before, because this is the Six of Cups here in this deck, that the two of you are connected somehow. They have a deep feeling of connection essentially with you. Strength card, Temperance. So I feel like in the month of August, what this person is going to try to do, they're going to try to heal this connection. They're really going to try. And for some of you, you know, it's like, it hurts them, whatever happened between the two of you, because it's almost, they feel like it was not supposed to go that way. It was not supposed to go this way. It was supposed to go one way. But what is up, you guys? What's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today, let's do a bit of an express video for the first week of August. I know I was supposed to do this one in a previous video, but we ended up looking at a wider time frame. So let's just try. Let's do our best. Let's try to zoom in into the first week of August. Let's jump right in as well. I do have a yoga class in a little bit, so this is, don't worry, this is gonna be express for those of you who like shorter reading. Today is gonna be hopefully being a keyword, which is shorter reading. So watch the Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Before we get started, as always, don't forget to give this video a big like. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out other videos on this channel too. I did post August, all 12 signs, monthly horoscopes, Mercury retrograde horoscope for all 12 signs too. There is, I think tomorrow morning I'll be recording new moon of Leo for August 4th. As well, so check those out. And I also, yeah, the big announcement is I just made a Patreon. So actually I want to explain in this video. So I never had a Patreon before. This is first time me doing this, and essentially the goal of a Patreon is to connect with you guys in a healthier way, you know, in a healthier way for me, because, you know, on YouTube I've shared this before. It's been just too bad for my mental health. It's negatively impacting me, and then it's negatively impacting you know, like my connection with those of you guys who are normal, you know, in your head. So, and you don't deserve this and I don't deserve it. So for those of you guys who want a safer space to connect with me, I made the lowest tier very affordable there, so you can all join. And those of you guys who want to, you know, essentially what I'm thinking to do for the second tier, Astro Seeker. So there's two tiers there. One is I think it's Astro Friends, and another Astro Seeker. So Astro Friends, anyone can join for additional posts, and you know, like we can interact. But for the second tier, the one that's more expensive, essentially you guys can ask me questions there, just as long as it's not a personal reading type of question, and I will try my best to, you know, answer this either via voice message, or it could be in the form of like a text, it could be in the form of mini video for Patreon. Now on Patreon, I'm not planning to do any Scorpio readings. It's going to be separate from that, obviously, because we post Scorpio readings extended here. But that will be more of like astrology concepts, maybe even educational about tarot, certain things like, you know, obviously I practiced tarot for so many years. I teach for so long too. So questions about tarot, questions related to Kabbalah, questions related to, you know, esotericism, different things. Because obviously I do a lot more than tarot readings, just because here, so what happened, algorithm only picks up tarot videos here. It doesn't mean that all I am is a tarot reader, right? So different things, wisdoms, different, I don't know, maybe even life advice, all of that's going to be available in my Patreon, you know, for us to connect in a deeper way. So yeah, feel free to join. The link is going to be in the description box for that. Anyway, we have here Devil and Eight of Cups. So what I see is happening for you in the first week of August, and maybe even, you know, when you're watching me, it could be already happening. There is certain toxic energies that you're going to be able to see very clearly. So if you had some doubts about a person in your life, if you had certain doubts, but, you know, you are unsure, whether you are right, you know how sometimes like we can be paranoid, maybe we are overreacting, but I think there's something that's happening right now. You see very clearly about energies that are more toxic. So I actually see you guys will be blocking people. Now, it doesn't have to be any kind of ex, relax, right? There is more to life than your ex. It could be even some friends, maybe even a family members for some of you, maybe a coworker. I see you're literally blocking some people and feeling so good after this too. It's almost like you're going to block them out and you are like, you're not even going to explain this. You're not even going to be explaining this to anyone. You're just going to be, my peace is more important. So you're blocking somebody here. Eight of Cups, there is also this energy where this is literally Saturn in Pisces. We have Saturn retrograde right now in Pisces. Even though in this card she does seem kind of like, thinking about the future, maybe her energy here doesn't seem like full of certainty. I actually think for a lot of you, you are not going to be looking back at your decisions. There is also with the Tower card, it's a lot going in the first week of August, it looks like. There is some stuff where it's almost like you are making it happen very quickly. So again, if it's you blocking somebody, you're making some decisions about people in your life, you're going to make it very happen. I feel like maybe somebody's really gotten on your nerve. Like, when you get on Scorpio's nerve and there's no coming back. There is something like that. With Six of Wands, however, I do see you victorious, especially in this Leo season. This is Jupiter in Leo, but, we have Leo season now, Jupiter in Gemini. So yeah, there is new friendships that are coming your way. There could be celebration, community, a lot of prosperity. And also I feel like there is a healthier, I want to say masculine or healthier soulmate. Maybe not even masculine for some of you that's manifesting. Okay, let's go into your connection spread. So far, so good. Yeah, definitely. Whatever feels right now that is toxic, if you feel like people are not genuine, if you feel people are connecting with you because there is selfish interest, or if there's just something in the vibes that feels off, trust it. Trust it. Because the Scorpio intuition is, for better or for worse, it's usually on point. Like, I recently did this actually with a few people, not really friends, more acquaintances. I just blocked, there were these two girls who, I'll be honest, the vibes were off for a while. I picked up on some stuff that look at this card again coming up. I picked up on some stuff a while ago, recently blocked them. Honestly, I felt so much lighter right away because I really felt they were not genuine people. And it's like crazy. Like for me, like I'm doing okay in life. I don't consider myself yet to be that successful or anything like that. But it's crazy even at this stage of my life, even at this level, I already have people who just want to get something out of me, and it's crazy. I actually have a lot of respect for people who are actually really famous or very successful, wealthy, because it must be that constant feeling of pressure where you are not sure who is really there for you versus who is not. Because let me tell you something, I'm personally not like that, but I've encountered people who are Jesus Christ, wow, if you were just a genuine person, most people who are good people will help you, or will guide you somehow. But sneaky is not good. Okay, Ace of Swords, Eyes of an Eagle. Okay, and we have here 10 of Swords. Somebody saying, don't pay attention to what I post on my social media. It's all bullshit. Okay. Interesting message. The World card. We are starting Mercury retrograde, and one of the interesting things about this Mercury retrograde is, of course, that Venus is going to meet with Mercury together. So there could be a person from the past who wants to be back in your life. If there is one, I think it's likely, ouch, you're gonna it's likely that they're gonna somehow get activated in the first week of August. Again, I don't want to hear in the comments how I don't want anybody from the past. If you don't want anyone from the past, you don't want anybody from the past. Let me read my cards. So let's see. Okay, I want to take this one. We have here King of Wands. Be ready for a lot of communication first week of August. Different people want to talk to you. Not all of them are your exes. But I feel like, yeah, look at this, not lying. Page of Wands, Page of Swords. Pages to me represent messengers. Again, it doesn't have to be any kind of immature person. Pages are messengers. Pages are students. Pages is communication. Let's stop making up things about tarot. But anyway, let's talk about this. For you, again, if there are toxic energies in your life, I feel like you're going to be blocking people who make you feel blocked. I don't know what it means. We do have Mars in Gemini. This is the current placement of Mars. It's approaching the conjunction with Jupiter. So you might be, I'll be honest, feeling a bit more paranoid at this time. It's just something that you might be experiencing. But at the same time, try to distinguish your paranoia from where maybe, yes, you need to listen to your intuition. There are toxic energies that I feel like you're going to be cutting off. And I also see there is something about you yourself being, I'm just going to be honest, you yourself are right now a little bit toxic in a ways where you want a lot and you want it fast. You're like, I am ready. Give me all the money that I deserve. I am ready for that success. And, you know, it's, yes, I feel like for a lot of you, you might have been truly waiting for a while for something to truly, you know, manifest in your life on the level that you want it to be. And it's not about waiting longer. I just feel that like you need to, it's not even about adjusting. How does it work here? It's like, you just need to understand that sometimes things are this way. It doesn't mean that they will always be this way. So it's like maybe there's been moments in your life where you had to wait for a long time for something to happen. Maybe that was true at a certain time period of your life, right? But it doesn't mean that it's always going to be like this. There might be times where things will be happening so quickly you will not even have time to process, right? You know how they say, right, in life, like there are moments where nothing happens for a while and then everything happens so quickly. So I feel like for some of you just feel not satisfied, I think, in terms of status in life. You want higher status, you want to achieve more. All of us do, trust me. But I think like what you don't realize is actually that your harvest is here, because look at this. It's almost like you're so tired of how things were. You were so like you were so frustrated that now look at this. The bird is right next to this coin and it's like showing it to you, but you're not even seeing it. You're like, oh, I'm just tired of waiting. It's almost kind of like you're waiting for something, for that Uber. I don't know, silly example. And it's like, oh, where the car is not coming. The car is not coming. Where is this driver? And then boom, it's like you didn't even notice how the driver has actually been standing there for 5 minutes already, you know, about to leave, and you didn't notice. So it's like one of those things right now, kind of like set healthy expectations for yourself and be present. Like it's kind of like one of those things where it all depends on what you focus on. Like last Saturday, for example, I remember there was this conscious in the morning I woke up, I felt disappointed in, you know, whatever, like my video was the video I actually really enjoyed making. For whatever reason, algorithm was just not showing it to anyone, and I felt so frustrated because I spent so much time making it, and you know, like that kind of stuff, right? And then I was like, you know what, no, I'm not gonna be sitting today and be sad about this. Fuck it, I'm going to the beach. I literally said this, I'm going, you know, I'm putting my bikini on immediately. I'm already feeling better because now my focus went from fixated on something that is not performing up to my standards to, okay, I see myself in my bikini, I look hot, I look amazing. Right away, boost, like the mood is boosted and I feel amazing. And I, you know, walk on the street, the weather was nice, cute guys flirting with me. Right away, different awareness, different things I'm noticing. Went to the beach, the water is beautiful, everything's gorgeous, right? What are you paying attention to, right? Because there are certain things in your life could be going amazing, but you are missing out on them because you're so fixated on something that's not working. Now, sure, one day, I guess one day when I'll be in Forbes somehow, right? Just this is gonna be now our little inside joke, right? Like, but you know, I'll be like probably older lady at that point. But, you know, maybe, you know, it's like I'm not going to be this age. And there are so many people who are much more successful than me. They would want to look like me. They would want to be me, but they are not me. And that's something they don't have. Maybe, yes, they have like more money than I do or more success than I do, but I don't have, like, they're not young like me. They are not beautiful like me, you know? So what are we focused on? The moral of the story is this. You can focus on things that are going well for you in life, or you can focus on this one thing that's not working and feel miserable. Because what's happening here is that there's somebody who is like, yes, I understand your frustration. You've been waiting for something to change. Maybe it's personal life. Like I see this sometimes with people I know who are trying to get pregnant for a long time, right? They might have the money, they might have even the relationship, obviously, right? Like beautiful home, but cannot get pregnant, right? It takes time for some people. And for some people, it becomes the source of the entire misery, where everything they wanted, right, in life, the home, the spouse, the money is there, but okay, there is some struggles getting pregnant, so they're like, you know, which I understand, right? It's a big deal, but at the same time, it's like, You know, whenever you focus on that one thing that's not working, it doesn't mean it's not gonna work ever. It might be in this moment something just hasn't, because here the harvest is close, right? But it's not quite yet there. And if you focus just on whatever is not freaking working, you're gonna drive yourself nuts. So I think in the first week of August, there's gonna be a shift of awareness where you're just gonna reach some kind of, you know, with the 10 of Swords here, literally some kind of limit of your own, you know, of your, like, for yourself, where it's like, I cannot worry about this anymore. Like, I cannot. With the Emperor to Ace of Swords, there is something where you start taking control of your life, making executive decisions, becoming more clear. It's not constructive for me to sit here and worry and worry and worry and worry, anxiety, and like how, oh my God, it's still not here, it's still not here, it's still not here, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense. I'm just gonna live my best life, and I'm gonna value my time, and I'm gonna design the best day to enjoy myself, to make the most of the gift of life that I've been given. So there's a shift of perspective. Now, who are you connecting with? It's actually kind of interesting, because whoever this person is, I feel like you might feel like you are not necessarily very interested in them. I'll be honest, it's maybe today is not your reading, but it is a person you've dealt with before. I don't want to say that it's an ex. It's just, all I'm going to say, it's a person you've dealt with before. They are trying to show you how they've worked on themselves, they've changed. I also am hearing this person is saying that everything you see on social media is bullshit. Now, I really do hope that there is not any kind of third party, because, like, why would you deal with it, right? But there is something where they're gonna try, I think, to message you and tell you how everything you see is such an illusion, things are actually really bad, and they've been feeling not happy. To be honest, I don't respect that, because if you are not happy somewhere, you change it. This whole misery of like, oh my God, I cannot leave, oh my God. Again, you know, some people will say I'm cruel, but I think maybe I am. But I think the most cruel thing is if they are a pussy, they cannot get their balls together, and you, because of that, have to suffer and waste your life. You shouldn't. I really don't think you shouldn't. You are not happy somewhere. You are either, you know, doing whatever needs to do to adjust yourself, right? And then, you know, it goes wherever it goes, or you just, you know, you don't complain. You enjoy the bad you made, right? Because I don't know why they feel like, maybe they feel like you're healing energy or whatever this is, and they kind of want almost like pity, because they really see you moved on, you walked away, and you're doing amazing, and it triggers them. I think it really triggers them, because they understand that you have other options. They understand they were so close to having you, and they essentially, I don't know, this person could be drinking, partying a lot, traveling, I'm seeing even too, but I don't know, it's like they essentially did not have what it takes to give you what is it you deserve. They did not have what it takes to stand up to a family member, to an ex, to a karmic. I don't like to use that word, but I guess for you guys, that's what you would call it. They did not have what it takes to be the person who is worthy to be with you. And it's strange, because now it's like I think their big thing is that they just hope you don't move on. Because they want to say how they love you, and they want to start pursuing you, mainly because I think there is an awareness that you have someone else. Again, in fact, there's been something weird happening in your videos lately, where there's two masculines who feel like that. Not just one, but two people feel like they just didn't show up the way you deserve or whatever, and they don't want you to move on. It's weird. Two of Cups, Four of Pentacles. There is one person who is like determined to show you that, listen, no. You know what they are showing me? You know, one of these guys actually could be not a bad one. There is one that's, I'm sorry for saying this, but I feel like, again, it's a general reading, apply what resonates, let go what doesn't, but I feel like there's one of them who is a lost case, because they, even if, let's just say, they left some kind of situation, even if, let's just say, they started showing up for you the way they deserve, I feel like they are damaged. You know, it's kind of like, of course, depending what age you are, but I personally do not recommend younger women who are in their 20s and even early 30s, honestly, like even late 30s these days, to date or to go into a relationship with men who have kids, because unless there is a rare exception, usually this is a damaged man. Because again, it depends, right, what kind of marriage he's been in. But like personally in my circle, the men that like this, first of all, I don't even know if they're going to be able to afford having second family, because the first wife usually makes sure she takes, a lot. And if you yourself are never married, never had kids, why do you need to deal with it? It's just my very genuine advice for all the younger women. Of course, when you're older, circumstances could be different, but I don't know about that. I mean, I've never been there. I can talk for my age group only, I guess. So, but yeah, and I'm just getting that one person, even if they have good intentions, they're just essentially, I don't say like they're damaged, but it's like it takes a certain type of person to be able to have a relationship with somebody who has ties to other people. Most women want to be the only one in men's life, the queen, the one he gives everything to. I would not be comfortable to be in a relationship knowing that there's some kind of ex that's receiving money from my husband. There's some kind of ex, who can call him any moment. There's some kind of ex he will need to be spending time with because there's some kind of child or something like this. Even having a child, meaning that there is like a tie that exists between him and another woman. I'm not comfortable. I'm not okay with that. It's like, it's a personal boundary, and it's been an energy that's been showing up in your readings for a while. I think you have to be very careful with, because again, as a romantic, you might look at it as like, oh my God, but he doesn't really love her. And no, my recommendation, I understand that, like, first of all, if a man has children, I would stay away from that altogether. If it's a married person, yes, true, marriages fall apart. There's no such thing as like, oh, if he's married, he'll never leave his wife. No, but it's like, if something not working out, let him finish that. Let him deal with it. Do not wait for him being committed to him while he hasn't fully committed to you. Because if he is on paper is with someone else, it means he's committed to someone else. He's on property names with someone else. He's giving money to someone else. Ask yourself, do you need something like this, right? And, yeah, sure, something like this could change, but you have to live your life dating other men, essentially playing to your strength. And I think that's the mistake a lot of women do. They fall in love with someone and they wait for him to choose her, to change. And unfortunately, in this kind of cases, this rarely happens, because a man, why would he change something if he keeps getting the best of both worlds? He has this one woman over there, he has another one. The only time this kind of things change is when essentially a man truly understands that he cannot lose you. He has to change his life in whichever way he needs to be with you, and actually does it, and then commits to you, marries you, or whatever. Until he does it, it is absolutely stupid to be waiting for something, to be, living your life, sitting, watching tarot reading after another tarot reading. It's a waste of your life. Don't do that. I'm just being very honest. So there is one man, I feel like it's a masculine energy most likely, who I think beyond, I don't say beyond saving, it sounds kind of mean, but it's like, it's just no, you don't need that. It's sad that you maybe wasted time on that kind of person in the first place, but it's like, it is what it is. At least don't waste any more time, I guess, all I can say here. Now there is another person, I feel like this could be this King of Swords, who actually is not so bad. Yeah, they messed something up, but I actually think, to their defense, let me see. What they are showing me? They're showing me, I just watched actually this movie, The Fall Guy. It's so good, actually, with Ryan Gosling. It's amazing. I really liked it. I thought it was amazing. Essentially, what I think, if you watch the movie, I highly recommend. Essentially, that guy he had a problem, and he kind of went distant on this woman who he was actually very much in love with. And then he was just like, he genuinely messed up. And like, if you see the movie, you'll understand that. But it was more like he was so scared he was going to do the wrong thing and lose her, that while he was planning and waiting and thinking what to do, he actually ended up losing her, because she understood his absence as lack of interest, and she moved on, and she was very angry. Then, it's a Hollywood movie, everything, this crazy story, they get back. But I actually get the kind of vibe from this King of Swords, whoever they are, more of like this Fall Guy vibe, Ryan Gosling character. This person has tremendous pride and ego. So maybe when the two of you met, something in their life has, like, there was some kind of weakness and they didn't want to show you that weakness because they want to be seen as very strong. They're very like alpha male, very macho. And this person genuinely hopes you're going to give them another chance. They genuinely hope for a return. Look at this. They genuinely hope that there could be another chance with, look at this. They might actually really have strong feelings for you. You know, I'm, again, apply this as it resonates, but I'm not usually someone who likes to, you know, keep you stuck waiting. So this might be only a message for some of you. If it's for you, you'll know that this is for you. But essentially, this person is not bad. They actually might even see you as a marriage material. They just maybe did not feel good enough. They messed it up because they felt like, you know, you were out of their league, stuff like that. But they are genuinely wanting to try again. And I feel like they're going to be messaging you. They're going to try to make it happen with you. They have genuine feelings towards you, and they're going to express that. Anyway, this is where we'll take this to the extended. We're going to take a look. We're mainly going to focus on this person, but of course, anything else that's going to come up. So far, we only have two people. We only have two people who want another chance, but we'll see if something else comes up. I definitely do think that for you, there will be some things to consider. Definitely, with this Mercury retrograde especially. Anyway, link to the extended is going to be down below. Actually, I know that we are doing the reading on YouTube here for the first week of August, but I think the extended will cover up to September, because the extended will cover the entire Mercury retrograde and what's likely to happen in this situation, should you consider it. Okay, link to the extended is going to be down below. Love you all. We'll talk soon. Bye.